In the early days of your product, it's important to remember the swan analogy. A swan gracefully cruises across the water on the surface, but underneath, it's paddling like crazy. You wouldn't recognize that unless you can see under the water. The same applies to your product. You only need the bare minimum for process and systems. So when we started WP Curve, the technology stack was thin. We had a Gmail inbox and people would email us. When someone would send in a ticket, that ticket would get pushed into Trello by Zapier. From Trello, we'd take the ticket, assign it to a developer who had their own swim lane in Trello. The developer would fix the site, complete notes in Google Docs, draft an email, and go ahead and move the ticket across to ready for review. One of the founders would review the ticket and the work and the notes. If we were happy, we'd send it on, and if the work was poor, we'd have them redo it. It was extremely inefficient, but it needed to be. We needed to learn a lot before we invested in workflows, APIs, and other systems. By the time we sold our company to GoDaddy, clients were still emailing us to the same support email, but in the background, we had a custom layer sitting on top of our help desk. We had rules, prioritization, and workflow optimization. The front-end customer experience changed a tiny bit, but in the background, we got a lot more efficient as we grew. The reason I share that is because this is an okay place to start. You don't need to get carried away with a fancy system or custom software workflows. All you need to do is figure out how to get the input from the customer and then create an output on the other end. A useful question to ask if you feel like you're getting carried away is, how does this actually help my customer? Is there a significant improvement to the customer experience because of my investment in this? When you're servicing thousands of customers a day, you're going to have different answers.